Did you know that 60% of procurement failures are linked to poorly managed processes? That's a huge number. Think about all the money, time, and resources wasted because of something that could have been avoided. If your procurement team is struggling with delays, going over budget, or constantly dealing with supplier issues, you're in the right place. In this video, we're diving deep into pre-awarding best practices, the things you need to nail before you even think about signing on the dotted line. We're talking about a system that can streamline your entire procurement process, save you a ton of headaches, and most importantly, set you up for success. We'll break down each step with real-life examples from industry giants like Apple and Caterpillar, so you can see how the pros do it and apply those same strategies to your business. Before you even think about sending out a request for proposal, you need a rock-solid procurement strategy. This is like building a house. You don't just start laying bricks without a blueprint. A clear strategy outlines exactly what you're trying to achieve and how you're going to get there. First things first, you need a detailed purchase requisition. What are you buying and why are you buying it? It sounds simple, but you'd be surprised how many companies skip this step. Define it clearly so everyone is on the same page. Next, identify your stakeholders. Who needs to be involved in the decision-making process? This could include technical experts, budget approvers, and even end users. Get them on board early to avoid roadblocks later on. Now let's talk about the scope of work. This document outlines every single detail of what the procurement covers. Don't leave any room for ambiguity. The clearer the scope of work, the better your chances of getting bids that actually meet your needs. Time is money, so establish a realistic bidding timeline. When will you publish the RFP? How much time will vendors have to respond? When will you make a decision? Having a set timeline keeps everyone accountable and prevents unnecessary delays. To make sure you're comparing apples to apples, define your evaluation criteria up front. How important is price? What about quality, delivery time, or experience? Having clear criteria ensures a fair and transparent selection process. Now it's time to do your homework. Research potential suppliers and understand the current market landscape. Are there a lot of vendors competing for your business, or is it a specialized market? This research will give you leverage during negotiations. With your procurement strategy locked in, it's time to create your request for proposal and start the bidding process. This is where you invite qualified suppliers to compete for your business, kind of like a job posting for your procurement needs. Your RFP needs to be crystal clear and comprehensive. It should include everything from a detailed scope of work to specific submission requirements and, of course, your evaluation criteria. Remember, clarity is key here. Think of companies like Caterpillar, the construction equipment giant. They attract the best suppliers in the world because their RFPs are incredibly detailed. They know exactly what they want, and they communicate it clearly to potential vendors. Skipping the RFP process or being vague in your requirements is like trying to build a house without a blueprint. You might end up with something that looks like a house from the outside, but inside, it's a mess. A well-structured RFP allows suppliers to understand your needs fully and submit bids that are actually relevant. It's all about setting clear expectations from the get-go. On the flip side, a poorly written RFP can lead to unqualified bids, misinterpretations, and even legal disputes down the road. It's like trying to order a pizza over the phone with a bad connection. You might end up with the wrong order entirely. By investing time and effort in your RFP and bidding process, you're setting the stage for a successful procurement outcome. Okay, you've sent out your RFPs and the bids are rolling in. Now comes the critical evaluation stage, where you separate the wheat from the chaff. This is where you need to look beyond just the price tag and consider both technical and commercial factors. Remember, the cheapest option isn't always the best option. You need to find a balance between price, quality, reliability, and a whole host of other criteria you outlined in your RFP. Think of Apple, for example. They're known for their meticulous attention to detail and high-quality products. They don't just pick the cheapest supplier, they rigorously evaluate each one to ensure they meet Apple's exacting standards. Your evaluation team, the one you assembled back in the strategic sourcing phase, plays a crucial role here. They'll need to carefully review each bid, score them based on your predefined criteria, and identify the top contenders. On the technical side, you might consider factors like the supplier's experience, their track record, the quality of their materials, or their technological capabilities. This is about ensuring they can actually deliver what they're promising. On the commercial side, you'll be looking at things like pricing, payment terms, delivery schedules, and even their financial stability. You want a supplier that's not only capable but also reliable and easy to work with. Don't be afraid to dig deep during the evaluation process. The more information you gather, the better equipped you'll be to make an informed decision. You've evaluated the bids, and you've identified a few front-runners. Now, it's time to put your negotiation skills to the test. This isn't just about getting the lowest price, it's about securing favorable terms that benefit both parties and build a strong, long-term partnership. Think of negotiation as a collaborative process, not a battle. You're not trying to win at all costs. You're aiming for a win-win situation where both you and the supplier feel good about the agreement. Companies like Procter & Gamble, known for their vast supply chain and global reach, are masters of negotiation. They understand that a good deal isn't just about the price, it's about securing favorable terms, reliable delivery schedules, and even sustainability commitments. Before you start negotiating, define your non-negotiables. What are the absolute must-haves in terms of price, quality, delivery, or any other factors? This will be your baseline for negotiations. Once you have your non-negotiables, identify areas where you're willing to be flexible. Maybe you can be flexible on the payment terms if the supplier can guarantee a faster delivery time. Remember, preparation is key. Research the supplier's market position, their competitors, and any potential leverage you might have. The more information you have, the stronger your negotiating position will be. Congratulations! You've gone through the entire pre-awarding process, from defining your procurement strategy to negotiating favorable terms. Now it's time to make it official and award the contract. But don't drop the ball just yet. A transparent and well-documented awarding process is crucial for a smooth transition into the post-awarding phase. First and foremost, communicate the decision clearly and promptly to all stakeholders, both internal and external. This includes the winning supplier, of course, but also any internal teams that will be involved in the project. Think of companies like Unilever, a global consumer goods giant. They have a very structured awarding process to ensure everyone is on the same page and potential misunderstandings are minimized. This clarity is essential for a smooth working relationship. Your contract should be comprehensive, outlining all the agreed-upon terms and conditions. Don't leave any room for ambiguity. The more detailed your contract, the less likely you are to encounter surprises down the road. Once the contract is signed, make sure all relevant parties have access to it. This might involve storing it securely in a central location, using contract management software, or even just sending out copies to key stakeholders. Don't forget to debrief with your procurement team. What went well during the pre-awarding process? What could be improved for next time? Continuous improvement is key to a successful procurement function. By following a clear and transparent awarding process, you're setting the stage for a successful project and a long-term relationship with your chosen supplier. So, there you have it, a crash course in pre-awarding best practices to help you streamline your procurement process and boost your success rate. Remember, a well-executed pre-awarding process is the foundation for a successful project and a strong supplier relationship. To recap, here are the 5 critical steps for pre-awarding success. Strategic sourcing. Establish a clear procurement strategy, RFP and bidding. Ensure you get the best competitive offers. Evaluation. Compare bids on both technical and commercial criteria. Negotiation. Secure favorable terms and long-term partnerships. Awarding. Follow a transparent process to select the right supplier. By implementing these best practices, you'll be well on your way to avoiding costly mistakes, minimizing risks, and maximizing the value of your procurement function. Now, it's time to put this knowledge into action and transform your procurement process. What are your biggest procurement challenges? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the bell icon for more insights into procurement strategies and best practices.